Christmas is officially December 25th, but for the golfer, it takes place at the end of January. We are in Orlando at the PGA Merchandise Show, where you're going to find a little bit of everything under the sun. There are golf professionals, suppliers, buyers, gadget makers, name brand manufacturers, and everything in between. Whether you have heard of it or haven't even dreamed of it, it's here, all revolving around the wonderful world of golf. We'll give you a little flavor for thousands of exhibits in the moments ahead. Technology is connecting with golfers in so many different ways. Your distance measuring devices, the GPS on the cart, and how about a brand new idea for many of you called VPAR, which is it's a lot of things, including a scoring system. Jason Stoop, we met you last year when this baby was just learning how to crawl, and now it seems to be up and running.
Absolutely, Bill. So we're just actually launching a new product at the show here, our tournament management system that's targeted specifically for golf clubs. But obviously you recognize us from the mini golf and the live scoring and our award-winning application as well.
This growth for you has got to be exciting, but it also represents an educational need for golfers. People need to understand what VPAR is all about. So first, how does it impact the individual golfer or that golfer who has a league or a 16-group buddy trip somewhere and they all want to stay connected score-wise?
So firstly, the individual golfer, why would they use VPAR? Well, they go out and they track their scores on course. It has a history of all of their rounds, but they also can use GPS functionality as well, share that information with their friends. If they were playing in a larger group and a buddy trip like you mentioned, well, there's a live leaderboard function on there as well, so that in real time they can see how all their buddies are doing. They can, give it a bit of chat back and see how everyone's getting on course.
And then you've introduced now event management, where you can take your event to a whole nother level. How so?
So we had huge success with our managed service solution, which is basically the operations team coming on site with their own hardware, full bells and whistles managed service solution. And all the tournaments were saying to us, this is fantastic, but we don't all have the budget to use these impressive leaderboards in the clubhouse, etc. So the clubs, our club clients, then came to us to say, well, could we use this technology, but a cut down version of it that doesn't have to have staff and equipment on site? So that's how we built our tournament management system, which the clubs are really, really enjoying.
Now, last year when we first met you, I was blown away at the low cost. I think it was $10 a year or something like that. And I understand you have a little bit of bad news to break to the golfing public in general.
I'm sorry to say, Bill, the price has changed quite substantially. It's now free. So it's painful for me to say that, but for you guys, it's good news.
I'm no mathematician, but that represents a considerable discount, I do believe. Fits into a lot of budgets at that level.
Well, that's right. But we have got some premium features that are coming online towards the end of the year. They will be paid for features, but at the end of the day, with the award-winning app that's out there at the moment, with the live scoring, the GPS, the score tracking, that's all free, and there's no reason not to go and use it. So it is a great product, and we're very proud of it.
There are creative names, and then there are creative names. Welcome to the Stick, a toothbrush for muscles here at the PGA Show. Patrick is the VP of Sales for the Stick. First of all, how long did it take to come up with the name The Stick?
Believe it or not, that was LT who came up with it. He couldn't, I think, pronounce the name right, so he called it The Stick instead of the Relaxicizer.
Before we go any further with this segment, I want to tell you that I'm probably going to have to seek legal recourse because I did not give permission for you guys to use my likeness on this backdrop. I'm sorry to tell you that up front. And so begins a unique sort of journey inside the convention center where we come across golf-related products that are fantastic and then some that are truly head-scratching. This one's called The Stick. That's its actual name, and as you can tell, they claim to be a toothbrush for muscles. Not really sure if you knew your muscles needed toothbrushing, but for about $58, you can purchase a stick and have someone use it to loosen up those knots that you have in your back and your neck and that kind of thing. That's really it. It has a little roller in the middle, and that's what's currently happening. We had some audio difficulties, which is why you're not able to hear the conversation he and I were having, But all throughout, I didn't have any complaints. What he was doing certainly did feel good on some sore muscles after 4 straight days of golf, but $58. And someone believes enough in this product that they spent the money to exhibit it at a major convention. These are the types of dreamers and innovators that sometimes hit home runs and sometimes strike out. Let's go to a home run idea next. When you get your buddies together, or when you want to take that special trip that makes a lifetime worth of memories, why hassle with all the logistics of it? Bring in the experts, and that's what we're talking about in the next couple of moments with Jim Ward from Premier Golf. This is the official travel agency for the PGA of America, which means Ryder Cup this September in Minneapolis. Jim, I can't wait.
Well, we can't wait either. This September will be our 13th Ryder Cup. We've handled every one since 1991 at Kiowa Island, and it just seems to get more exciting and more pressure-packed every year that we do it. I think we've sent over 30,000 people to the Ryder Cup over the years, Bill, and I think this coming September, let's bring the cup back this year. What do you say?
It is long overdue, and it's also one of those instances where that's an event that needs some assistance for anybody who wants to attend. You're going to need hotel and transportation, and it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have some tickets to head through the gates.
That's right. That's actually the most important thing for people to understand, is that because we're licensed with the PGA as the official distributor of Ryder Cup packages, we actually own the ticket because we acquire it through the PGA. So the package, like you said, all of the details of attending the Ryder Cup, we provide the accommodations, the hotel accommodations, the ticket itself, which includes the 3 days of competition, plus the opening and closing ceremonies, the transportation back and forth to the golf course every day. We have a welcome reception for our guests and a nice gift. So everything is completely taken care of. So if you want to go to the Ryder Cup, it's a complete turnkey package.
That's what we need. Who needs to mess with all the little things? And whether it's Ryder Cup or another trip, let's say perhaps to New Zealand, that's what Premier takes care of.
Well, as you can see here at the PGA show, we've this year, actually started last year, we've partnered with New Zealand as a destination, and it is just a truly incredible destination for us. We've got some groups that are over here. They're talking about the details of their upcoming trip. A lot of couples are taking trips with us to New Zealand and Australia and a number of other destinations. And that's what we're here for, is to help the pros put together trips for their members.
Well, this old guy and this young guy holding the camera cannot wait until September when we head to Hazeltine and root on the red, white, and blue. So thanks so much, and we can't wait to see you there.
Great. Look forward to seeing you too as well, Bill. Thanks.
I told you there's creation and innovation on display at the PGA show. We're just walking by, and we turn and we see the golf bike. Todd May, what on earth is the golf bike?
Well, it's a new way to get around the course, an alternative to the traditional golf cart and walking. And the beauty of it is it pays you back every time you use it.
By making me more healthy?
Exactly.
Take us on a feature tour here.
Well, this is actually our electric assist model.
That's the cheater.
It is the cheater. Let's go over here to our traditional bike.
Okay.
Okay. On an average round of 18 holes, you will burn up to 2,000 calories. You're going to ride the bike 7 miles. You're going to still walk 3 miles, and you're going to do it under 3 hours. That's the beauty of. That's how you get paid back.
Todd, I have some buddies who get tired walking from their car to the cart.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't gonna, this isn't everybody, right?
No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna replace the cart. People love their golf carts. You're not going to get them out of the cart. I think it's going to bring a new energy to the game, a new customer, and a new alternative.
Is there any reason for a course to say, no, you can't do that at our course?
I don't think so. The bike was designed from the ground up to play golf. That's why you see the fat tire. It's actually lower impact than a traditional cart on the course itself. It fits in seamlessly with the game. If you were playing with somebody on a cart, play right with them.
Got room for all 14 clubs. Here's the only drawback from a
This is
design.
a cooler right
Here's
here.
here's the only design drawback that I see. Okay.
Okay.
This seat right here needs to be wider for guys like me. This is a wedgie seat.
Well, we have an optional gel, extra large gel seat.
Now you're talking.
So we do have that.
All right, what's retail on the golf bike?
$7.95 to the course.
Really?
Yeah, and that includes the 2 bags and the middle insulated cooler bag. You got your sand bottle here. Place your divots.
Coming soon to a golf course near you, somewhere in the state of Michigan, the golf bike. And we could not be happier at Michigan Golf Live to welcome a brand new apparel partner. After 15 years, we are leaping with both feet, arms, and everything else into the world of Antigua. I'm going to tell you what, this stuff feels awesome. Mark Highstand represents Antigua throughout Michigan, so you may see him at some point. First of all, thank you.
You're welcome.
This
I'm
is
glad you
so
like
cool.
It's a good line. I've been with Antigua about 7 years. It's a great company to work for. Great product. They've done a great job providing golf courses throughout the state with good product. It's good margin for them, and it's a really good partnership.
Here we are at the PGA show where there's all your competitors are surrounding you. So what sets this brand apart? What's different about Antigua?
Well, we've done a few things good. For the golf shop, it's a reliable company. For the consumer, there's a lot of product out there that is similar, but we've added a lot of spandex and stretch into the line now for the future. The fit's better that way. It's an affordable brand, whereas a lot of other prominent brands that you might see on the PGA Tour and LPGA Tour every week, we're a slightly better price point than they are. So that's really good for a lot of customers throughout Michigan. We do have real good brand representation on the LPGA Tour and PGA Tour as well.
Over the course of the last couple of days, we have worn everything from extremely heavy winter gear because we were snowed on playing golf, to shorts yesterday that felt like they were gym shorts. They weren't even there, but they were gorgeous dress shorts. I love the light fabric. I mean, I'm no fashion expert. I just know I like what I feel, and this stuff is so comfortable.
Right. Your body knows what you like, and we've done a good job with shorts in the last 2 years, really, especially. Men's shorts and women's shorts and shorts is a growing part of the business for us in a big way.
Well, again, we can't thank you enough. I know you helped bring all of this together, and the team that's here in Orlando, if I could go and give all of them a hug, they might be a little freaked out, but that's kind of how we feel about it. So thank you to Antigua.
You're welcome.
And for all of
Glad
you
to
who
have
are
you.
looking for some golf apparel, might I recommend this brand? I wish I could describe for you how good this stuff feels. It's awesome, take my word for it. A most unique product is not the kind of thing you're going to put in your golf bag, but it could help determine where your golf bag is placed, if that makes any sense. Golf Life Navigators provides a service. Well, why am I explaining it? I'll let you guys do it. First, we'll start with Jason. You and I met over the phone a few months ago, and it's good to see you in person. Give us the elevator speech for what Golf Life Navigators is all about.
Well, basically, we're a firm of PGA professionals and real estate professionals and financial advisors that help folks that are transitioning to Florida filter through 1,200 golf communities. So when you're coming down here for your retirement years or just looking to get out of the winters, it can be a very daunting task to try to filter all those communities on your own. And so we provide local knowledge. We give a neutral view of everything. We interview folks to find out exactly what they're looking for when it comes to not only the golf community, but where they want to live, what their budget is, and try to just narrow it to 3 or 4 communities that best fit their needs. So when they come down here, they have a plan in place and a support system when they get off the airplane.
Well, I'm going to test my memory here for a quick second. Most every product on display at the PGA Merchandise Show costs money. And the last I heard, Golf Life Navigators will fit into your budget because your service is free.
That is correct. The consumer is going to entail a number of other costs when they transition to Florida. We don't want to add another one to it. All of our services are complimentary, and we supplement those with advertising with local businesses and whatnot, so the consumer doesn't have to pay a dime to utilize us.
Standing here with us is Jim Walsh, a Traverse City guy who thought enough of this concept that he invested in it and is a client, so to speak, right?
Correct. Yeah, from northern Michigan, and I listened to Jason's vision, 18 months ago and bought into the concept. And so, yeah, I'm an equity partner. And eventually my wife and I would like to come down here and be snowbirds. And so obviously we're going to take advantage of his service to help our needs out.
All right, Jason, we like to leave everybody with an action point. So what do you want people who are seeing this to know about their next step if they have an interest in making use of Golf Life Navigators?
Sure. I would suggest that you start early. Even if you're 5 to 6 years away, like Jim is, from actual moving and transitioning to South Florida, start with a foundation of education. Go to our website at golflifenavigators.com. Click on Get Started. It's a simple form. It allows us to get a good understanding of what you're looking for. And then our PGA professionals will give you a call and just ask you 10 or 15 questions to get a really good feel of what you're looking for. So then at least you have a baseline of information to make some good decisions, and we'll continue to utilize us to pick our brains throughout the transitional period until you're ready to do it. So.
There are an awful lot of Michiganders retiring to Florida, so Golf Life Navigators could help you find your next home away from home. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
It really is difficult to capture the immense scope of the PGA Merchandise Show. The big boys are here, from TaylorMade to Ping, to Titleist, to Callaway, everybody you've ever heard of, and then several that you haven't. Swing simulators are everywhere, including those that measure what you're doing with your feet and the transfer of weight from back to front during a swing. So you can play a full round of golf, and along with seeing your ball flight, as impressive or not as it may be, you then come over to a monitor, watch your swing, and then see up in the upper right how your weight is shifting. It's fantastic technology that probably will make an appearance in a golf facility near you at some point soon. That's not to say it's all serious. There's a little bit of fun to be had along the way. Thankfully, my son is much better at this kind of thing than I am, or we'd be headed to the emergency room. There are celebrity appearances by long drive champions who are doing, in this case, a mismatched gun show showdown. And yes, in the new exhibitor area, there are ideas that are both good and this one. If you'd like to have your bag covered by a pet or an animal of some form, this is your spot. Meanwhile, another great idea. Someone took the thought of a golf table or a sports-related table for your man cave and did something rather special with it. And kudos to them, because the new exhibitor area at the PGA Merchandise Show every once in a while has something cool like this. These tables go for around $300 a piece. I can only wonder what happened to the rest of the golfers who gave such a sacrifice for those tables. There is truly a little bit of everything at the show.
And that concludes our time at the 2016 PGA Merchandise Show. What a year again it has been. My jaw was dropped. I was awed and shocked by the sheer amount of things to do, things to see, things to interact with, and just an amazing time. A lot of wonderful products, a lot of funny products, revolutionary products, and it's cool to see the amount of people that love the game congregated together here in one place. We showed you probably 1% of everything you could see here, because there is simply an overwhelming amount of things to see and do. And we're sad to leave and get back to the snow, but you got to do what you got to do. It was a great time that we had, and we're excited to come back next year at the PGA Merchandise Show.